The latest now on the government shutdown, day 31, the longest ever. Hardships growing for government workers who could miss another paycheck this Friday, including the only military service affected. None of those Coast Guard members you see shipping off there are getting paid right now. There are still no talks between the president and Democratic leaders, but the president went public with a new proposal on Saturday. So let's bring in our chief White House correspondent, John Carlin. John, the president framed his proposal as a compromise, but Democrats aren't biting.
No, they are not, George. They don't like it on the substance. And they also say they don't even want to negotiate with the president on the border wall until the government is reopened. That said, I am detecting the first inklings of movement towards a possible compromise that would lead to an end to the shutdown. On one hand, the vice president yesterday said that the White House expects the proposal to change in Congress. And yesterday, Democrats were not completely ruling out money for the wall. They just said they didn't want to talk about it until the government is reopened. So we're not there yet. We're not even really close, but we are moving slightly in the right direction.
So does that mean that this idea of declaring a national emergency now off the table?
It is nowhere right now. It's always something the president can move to, but there's no discussion of that right now at the White House. The one thing they are talking about is they want to put something before Congress that would ensure that the Coast Guard gets paid. Now, whether or not Democrats would go along with something that singles out just one category of federal workers, I doubt it. But they are going to push for that.
State of the Union is supposed to be next Tuesday.
It's supposed to be next Tuesday. The president tweeted over the weekend that he is still considering, I guess, effectively showing up. He called the offer, the original invite to speak, a contract. But it's not going to happen up on Capitol Hill. But the president, you can count on it, George, will deliver the State of the Union address in some form somewhere.
Other big story of the week in the Russia investigation, Special Counsel Robert Mueller knocked down that potentially explosive story that President Trump directed his attorney, Michael Cohen, to lie to Congress about the Trump Tower meeting. But the president's current lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, did raise new questions on Sunday with his admission that Trump was pursuing that Trump Tower in Moscow all through the campaign, pursuing it with the help of the Russian government. Let's take a look.
Well, it's our understanding that they went on throughout 2016. Weren't a lot of them, but there were conversations. Can't be sure of the exact dates, but the president can remember having conversations with him about it.
Well, you know, and in the New York Times, Rudy Giuliani told them originally that the conversations about the Trump Tower Moscow project went until November of 2016. George, this is all highly significant because this is during a time when the president is saying things that are positive towards Russia. He's moving to change the Republican platform on Ukraine and also being very critical of NATO, something that, of course, would be very favorable to Vladimir Putin.
Inviting them to release the Hillary Clinton emails as well. And you can't get a tower like that built without the help of the Russian government. John Carl, thanks very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.